Hello there and welcome to another week. It is time for me to go grocery shopping. I'll show you here on the screen how empty my fridge and my fruit bowl and things are at the moment. We've been away traveling for work a little bit and I do need to restock on a few things. So today I'm thinking I'm gonna head to ALDI first, which is always my first stop. Then I'm gonna do a supplementary shop either at Coles or Woolworths. Usually that's just for things like gluten-free items and things like that ALDI sometimes doesn't have or doesn't have a good range of. I am also going to try to get some clearance stickers, and I do need to stock up my freezer as well as have some protein in the fridge for the coming week. So I'm going to see what we find. I normally only really go to one place with ALDI, but I think I'm going to need to supplement a little bit. So let's see what we find on our way today, and I'll see you in just a second, your time. So this entire haul here came from ALDI Australia, aside from these gluten-free pizza bases, which is a pack of 2 that I picked up at Woolworths. Everything else is from ALDI, and I will include the total I paid for this on the screen. Well, let's have a quick look at what I got. I got some soft drink, and I got one of my favorite budget-friendly options for sparkling. I prefer a Brut, so a drier one, to a Prosecco, and this is pretty good value. I think it's $8.50 at ALDI at the moment. We've got some mandarins, we've got some Pink Lady apples. This pack here was on special, and it's interesting because I compared it to the loose Pink Lady apples that were non-packaged. This was almost $1 cheaper per kilo. So do look out for the deals at ALDI or wherever you're shopping, because it makes a difference. We've got a kilo of carrots, got some cucumber, got a red capsicum, and I've got some pumpkin. My husband will be making pumpkin soup. I got some potatoes. I got a smaller bag this time because this was the best per kilo price. They have a much bigger bag at ALDI, but it was actually more expensive per kilo, so that's why I went for this one. We got some milk for my husband and some almond milk for me. We were completely out of like nuts and snacks. Now these are a bit pricey if you're on a budget, but I really think they're still good value. And then we've got some crackers, and we've got some nice cheese to go with the crackers as well. And then I needed some rice, just plain white rice. I've only got brown rice at the moment. And then we also got this one. I think I've showed you this one before. I really love this brand with the dark chocolate. It's really nice with some yogurt. Some granola bars. This is a really good value, I find, at ALDI. Pack of 5 for $3.79, I think it is. Got some pineapple slices to go with our pizza, because we are pineapple and pizza people in this house. And then this is just a really quick, easy soup. My husband's obviously going to make the pumpkin soup, but this one here is just one that I like to have on hand for like busy nights. And here we have some quick work lunches for me. So I've got the brown rice cups, some of the little flavored tunas, and I normally pair one of them and one of them with one of these little corns. They only come in a 4-pack though, so that's okay. I'll find another use, I'm sure, for the rest of it. And over here we have some meat. So I normally buy these sort of ham and salami packs. So I cut them in half and then I freeze them, and same with this. And we use that for pizzas and other things as well. I got a whole chicken. I didn't get the free range this time, but this was a pretty good price. And I was stoked to find some little clearance deals. This one is turkey mince on the last day, so I'm gonna freeze that today. And I also got this Maryland chicken for $10.69, which is a pretty good deal. So I'm gonna freeze, I might split this in half and freeze it in 2 batches, but that's gonna be going into my freezer today. So you might be wondering what the heck this is, and I actually made one stop that I do some weeks but not all weeks, and this is from my local butcher in the small town where I live outside Melbourne, Australia, and they do something called a meat pack for 2. It used to be $55, but now it is $60, hashtag cost of living. But this deal today was actually really good, and I'm not going to be cooking all of this right now, obviously. But I have a pork roast, and for those of you who checked out the last video with my pulled pork, this might very well be another slow cooker pulled pork. I've got some really nice sausages. We don't normally eat sausages very often, but these are really good quality. I've got some minced beef, fairly lean, and then I have some porterhouse steaks, so 2 porterhouse steaks and 2 other types of steak. So this whole deal is not necessarily the cheapest, but I do love the quality from my butcher, and I do love supporting local businesses where I can. So whilst it's not the most budget friendly, this will last us for a little while. I believe these steaks will be eaten in the very near future because my husband loves steak. The sausages, most of this I'll probably freeze unless I have a plan of when I'm going to make pulled pork again or pork roast. The mince I will definitely be freezing, and definitely 1 set of the steaks. But this sort of stuff, you can actually get pretty good deals, and I also like supporting local. So let me know if there is a butcher where you live, or if you ever explored that. It can sometimes be really good value and usually very good quality for the meat eaters out there. So as I was putting my groceries away, I realized I forgot to show you the things that had already gone in the freezer. So I needed to stock up on some green veggies, and my favorite thing when it comes to these things is to buy them frozen. So I got this is also from ALDI. I got a whole big bag, I think it's 1 kilo or something, of green beans and some peas because we were completely out of peas. I also love the frozen spinach. Spinach is obviously something that I love in salads and stuff like that in the summertime, but these are really good value if you're doing like a soup or a stew or something like that and you only need a tiny bit. So I got these 3 as well, included in that price that you saw on the screen before. So when it comes to grocery hauls, sometimes I look on price, and quite often I will look because I hate waste. So even if I'm at the supermarket and I see a cut of meat or something that I wouldn't normally eat, but that I haven't really tried or I wouldn't mind trying to cook, I will buy it, like those couple of things. Maryland chicken is not normally something we buy, but I'm sure we can use it and come up with a really good recipe to use it, because otherwise that food is going to go to waste when it could just be snap frozen and last another couple of months in your freezer. So this is going to feed us for quite a while. I normally do a small top-up shop sort of every 2nd week, and every 2nd to 3rd week I do a big shop like this one here. It's still pretty affordable. I really like ALDI. I'm not sponsored in any way, but I find that it is shocking how much cheaper it is at ALDI. The pumpkin alone, it wasn't even on special at ALDI. I think it cost $1 more per kilo on clearance price at Woolworths. So the biggest thing I can say if you do want to save money on groceries is to know your prices, know the per kilo, per 100 gram, per whatever, and know your unit prices before you go shopping, because that is so much easier than to know what is a good deal and what isn't. I hope you enjoyed this grocery haul, and I look forward to see you in the next video. And if there are certain things you would like me to look out for or certain videos you'd like me to do, please comment below. I really love hearing from you guys and what you want to see more of. See you next week.